Hello, I'm Marian Arrowsmith, and welcome to our show. The purpose of this program is to take a look back through history to see who and what helped shape the educational system in St. Tammany Parish. We believe that what happened in the past is the foundation for where we are now. We'll invite influential people here to share their stories with us. And today we have Mary W. Terrebonne and Henry Ferrer, better known as Hank, here to share some stories with us today. And as I spoke to them before the show, I found out they actually started in first grade together here in St. Tammany. So they both are from here, and we look forward to hearing some stories. Would you mind sharing what it was like as you grew up in St. Tammany? Mary, you want to start? You were in Covington, right?
Yes, I'm from Covington. I was born in Covington and have mostly always lived here. I have been off for a few years, hither and yon. But
and what was Covington like?
Very, very small town. In fact, my memory goes back to as far as when we lived out on the highway, and the highway wasn't even hard-topped. It was still just a dirt road coming into Covington.
That was Highway 190?
Highway 190 coming in.
And where did you go to school?
Oh, I went to Covington Elementary School, which was a 1st through 7th grade. And when you went into high school, you went in 8th grade, but you were a freshman in high school, and then we graduated from the 11th grade. We did not have 12 grades at that time.
Okay. Hank?
Well, I grew up here in Covington. I was born at Hotel Dieu in New Orleans because they didn't have hospitals over here, so I was born over there, but I've lived over here all of my life. And I attended kindergarten starting in 1933. We had to pay. It was in the Covington Elementary School. And Ralph and Sip were in that class along with me, Ralph Minitry and Sip Shane. And then I went seven years there, 1 through 7. And Covington was really a one-horse town, so to speak. We had two stoplights. We had 2 policemen. A lot of the children, since it was Depression years, were coming to school barefooted year-round in overalls or blue jeans. A lot of them didn't have coats in the cold weather. It was really tough times. And they started the soup kitchen there, and for a nickel or less, if they couldn't afford the nickel, they were fed free. I can still remember at recess, after lunch, and I brought a sandwich every day. I never ate in the lunchroom, but if you had a penny and the principal was selling the candy, there must have been 50 kids there trying to get a piece of your candy, because you'd get 2 for a penny or 10 for a nickel. You could get plenty of candy if you had a nickel. Everybody wanted a piece of your candy, and a lot of them didn't have pennies. And we had the fire escapes on the side of the building for the time I was there, and that was the big thing to get in the classroom that used the fire escape during the fire drills. I don't remember a teacher going down the fire escape there, but I do remember one of them being pushed down the fire escape here at Mandeville High School, where this building sits today. It was a wooden building, and they had those tubular fire escapes from the 2nd floor down, 2 of them on each side. And she heard noises coming up the fire escape, and some crazy student gave her a push, and she went down head first. Well, they never did find the kid that did it. I know who it was, but and the cow episode where they had a cow at Mandeville High School, that didn't happen. That's a myth.
Okay, and the myth there was that somebody brought a cow up on the 2nd floor of Mandeville High.
I checked with Cleve Parker, who was here from 33 or 32 on, his brother, and neither one had heard of that episode of that event taking place here at Mandeville High School. But in Covington, very few people had automobiles. You either walked to school, or your parents, even the teachers, had to walk to school. They didn't have automobiles. I don't remember at the Covington Elementary one teacher that had a car. I remember them all living in the neighborhood. And then later, when I got to the high school, they had a teacherage there where the teachers used to come, and they had like 4, 5, 6 teachers that would pay a few dollars a month to live in the teacherage. And they had living facilities there. They had bathrooms, and they had, a living room and so forth.